Love him, dislike him, or overlook him, there is no way you don't know who King Charles III is. He is the next monarch of the United Kingdom, and he's been in the limelight for decades now. But not many people know about him, as he's taking on the position he's been preparing for his whole life. So, if you want to know more about King Charles III, then stay with us till the end. Because we're about to take a look at the origins and luxury life of King Charles III and his dark truth. The longest reigning British Queen, Elizabeth II, died on September 8, 2022. She bequeathed a vast wealth to her son and successor, King Charles III, and other members of the royal family. It has been reported by Forbes that the late Queen of the United Kingdom left King Charles III with many valuable items, including rare jewels, private estates, beautiful artwork, and much more. While Charles amassed a multi-million-dollar fortune through the Duchy of Cornwall and other ventures, he is now among the world's wealthiest monarchs. Now, to be exact, the first one is the Duchy of Lancaster. In his 64 years as Prince of Wales, King Charles III collected millions in royalties from the Duchy of Cornwall, which allowed him to develop a vast portfolio of his own. However, now that the title has been passed on to Prince William, King Charles III will have access to the Duchy of Lancaster, which earned $21.98 million in 2021 to 2022, according to Statista. The Duchy of Cornwall, which was established by Edward III in the 14th century, is a significant source of revenue for the heir to the throne. The extensive list of opulent assets owned by the Duchy of Cornwall includes the Oval Cricket Field, the Isles of Sicily, the coastline around the Cornwall area, and a number of residences, cottages, and farmlands in London. According to Telegraph, King Charles III inherited the personal fortune of King Elizabeth II, valued at around $500 million. It comprises many royal homes, rare art and stamp collections, jewels, and much more, making him one of the wealthiest living rulers. Next up is the Crown Estate. As the reigning king, King Charles III inherited the Crown Estate, which Forbes estimates is worth over $19.5 billion. It contains large areas in upscale locales such as Regent Street, St. James's Street, and others around the United Kingdom. In addition to the estates, the Crown Estate Monarchy plc owns the Ascot Racetrack, Windsor Park, and substantial portions of the foreshores of Wales and Northern Ireland, making it one of King Charles III's most valuable assets. On the other hand, there are high-end mansions. Currently, King Charles III resides in Buckingham Palace, which is estimated to be worth $4.9 billion. It was also alleged in the same source that King Charles III had acquired title to 8 more English royal residences, bringing his total estimated wealth to $9.5 billion. Apart from that, Windsor Castle, Northern Ireland's Hillsborough Castle, Sandringham House, Scotland's Balmoral Castle, and Scotland's Holyrood Palace are just a few of the many grand residences on the list. According to the official royal family website, King Charles III's new residence, Buckingham Palace, is a magnificent house with 775 rooms, such as 19 staterooms, 92 offices, 78 baths, 188 several beds, and more, providing every conceivable luxury on earth. Royal ceremonies and other important events are held at this magnificent home, which has grown to become one of England's most recognizable landmarks. But knowing alone won't be enough, unless you know about his expensive vehicles that he has by the dozens. King Charles III, who already had a fleet of high-end vehicles before succeeding to the throne, added 2 more to his collection when he inherited his mother's popular Rolls-Royce Phantom 4 and Bentley Stake limousine. But the royal garage also houses an impressive assortment of rare automobiles, including a number of Aston Martin V8 Vantage Volantes, a Vauxhall Cresta PA Estate, a Land Rover TD5 Defender 130 HS, and a Lagonda 3-litre drop-head coupe, to name a few. Earlier this year, Charles made an impressive entrance in his Aston Martin DB6 Volante, for the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Even though he was the one who drove the very pricey automobile, the video did show us some aspects of his lavish way of life. However, the royal family of the United Kingdom has captivated people from all over the globe for many years. The royal family is a complex mix of famous people, a governing body, and societal role models. Nonetheless, they are also fallible humans, and some members have been involved in controversies that have shocked the nation. Now, to put it bluntly, this man has no present concept of what it is to be an ordinary citizen. Charles, from the moment of his birth, was under the assumption that he was more than just a piece of public property, more like the future king. Everything he did was in service to his desire to be treated as if he were a prince or a princess, from sipping tea and having servants, to thinking and acting in such a way that he could as well have been. In fact, King Charles is to be believed that he has a strong objection to square ice cubes. When he travels, he has someone who inspires his drinks and has a supply of spherical ice cubes on hand. Yet, around this time, the monarch started to show signs of royal spoilage. He also has faced some very unusual problems. Problems which, in normal circumstances, no human being would ever have to deal with on a regular day. After he was born, he felt as if he were being crushed by the weight of royal expectations, and this context stands for it. It surely doesn't help that he is remembered by the whole globe primarily because of his affair with Princess Diana and Camilla Rosemary Shand. Although Camilla was married, he was still seeing her while with Diana, but without thinking that maybe it was Diana who cheated on him. But that's just him being royally spoiled. In the transcripts of Diana's secret tapes, she stated Prince Charles would often make fun of her eating disorder, and that she had a hard time struggling with it. After their wedding in 1981, Lady Diana and Charles became very jealous of her becoming Princess of Wales because she gained major popularity. During this time, Charles and Camilla's affair continued, while Charles and Diana grew apart. In 1994, Charles admitted publicly to his infidelity. In 1996, Charles divorced Princess Diana and stripped her from her royalty and left her to pay for her own bills. In 1997, Princess Diana was killed in a fatal car accident. A decade later, Diana's butler, Paul Burrell, stated Diana left a letter behind revealing that Prince Charles was planning a car accident for her. Could this be just a horrific conspiracy theory? In 2005, 8 years after Lady Diana's death, Prince Charles married Camilla Shand, his true love. Was this the marriage he always wanted? Well, if you care about your research, you will find the answers, and many more controversies that are most likely to emerge as of 2022. So why do so many surveys have him in the lead? Charles's popularity is quite low. In fact, regardless of what others think, over half of the Jewish people believe he stands aside to allow William to become king. The royal law is royal law. A monarch who has waited this long may make statements or take actions that have an effect on the global economy. King Charles has waited 7 decades for this moment, and we're about to see how this will influence the globe as a result of the existential danger posed by climate change, or maybe because no one cares about him. The number of visitors that visit the castle in the United Kingdom will decline drastically. This is difficult, particularly as the United Kingdom works to restore its status in the international community in the wake of Brexit. Now that the country has a new Prime Minister as king, Charles has a chance to show the world that the monarchy is still relevant and worthy of preservation before it's finally abolished. However, the future King of England has a history of being unfaithful, both to those close to him and to himself. He cheated on Diana with his love for Camilla. Next, he abandoned Diana for Camilla and continued their romance. Further, in choosing divorce, he went against the intentions of the royal family. While it was ultimately the correct option for him, it left others with negative thoughts about him. Also, on a broader level, loyalty is crucial for a king. Thus, these worries are reasonable. The life of King Charles III has been filled with controversies, but now time will tell what effect this ascension to the throne will have on British politics, particularly at a time when the monarchy's popular appeal is waning and calls to abolish it are growing. And there you have it. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we thank you for staying with us till the end. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for all new and upcoming videos. We have new ones every week. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.